And we are live on Facebook. And so some of you, hello from Russia. So we have a Russian audience, which is great. Welcome to the first broadcast of the Ask Biz show. I'm Kevin Adelsberger. I own Adelsberger Marketing. And right now, if you see me, my eyes darting around, I've got an iPhone running Facebook Live and an iPad running Periscope. So that's the best way I could think to get both of those broadcasts going. So what is this show? This show is where I'm going to be, my video is sideways, so maybe this one will not have to be like this. So that might be, so that might work. So what is this show? This show is an attempt for me to help the community do better with marketing and business, because ideas are free, and ideas are free, but execution costs money. And so maybe if I give you some ideas, you might need to come back to me to help with execution. If not, if everybody's business starts doing better, that's better for the economy and better for our whole area and the world. So it's a win for everybody. And so I'll take questions ahead of time. You can hit bit.ly/ask Biz show, and that will give you a Google form where you can put a form in, or I'll take questions live throughout the course of the broadcast and try to get to all those if they're appropriate for the show. So I'm okay with giving away ideas for free, and I try to come up with different ideas to give away. So let's start with some free knowledge. So first thing, one of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is marketing partnerships. And a marketing partnership is where two businesses find a mutual audience that they can work together on to increase business. And so, and a couple of elements that make that a successful thing. They need to have a relationship between those two businesses. And so what that means is you can't just call up someone and say, hey, I want to be a marketing partnership with you. Thanks, Brent Fernandez, for that comment. With this setup, I can't use a lavalier microphone. But a relationship in marketing allows two businesses to work together, but you have to know someone if you're going to refer customers to them. You probably won't refer customers to someone you don't know. So you got to build that relationship, and that happens through marketing events or networking or being very intentional about getting to know someone. It needs to be mutually beneficial for the marketing partnership to work. Everybody needs to benefit from the different elements, and then you need to have consistent quality in your work. If I'm going to put my reputation on the line and recommend you to someone and you don't come through on a consistent basis, I won't refer anybody to you anymore. So this is an important component, is consistent quality of work. And then finally, a similar customer type. So if you are dealing with a really high-end customer and the other business is dealing with a low-end customer, you may be able to service that person once when they come through the door, but you won't create a lifetime customer out of them, because if you're interested in price only and a high-end customer is interested in more than just price, they're interested in customer service and excellence and quality, most likely those two things aren't going to connect very well on a regular basis, and so they'll be expecting things that you can't deliver. Exactly the same on the other end too. If you're frequently dealing with people who are only concerned with the dollar figure, and you were referring to people that are not concerned about the dollar figure, they may not get any business at all out of it because they'll have sticker shock when they walk in, but it'll be very hard to commit them to a long-term customer deal. So you need to have a similar customer base. And so all those things being said, my free marketing idea this week was a gender reveal party partnership between baby doctors and flower shops or gift shops or bakeries. The way I understand the process works, we haven't gone through this, but the way I understand the process works is a doctor will do a sonogram to determine the gender of the baby or babies, and write it down on a piece of paper and hand it off to the family. Now that involves a lot of discipline from the family to not look at that sheet of paper about something that they're extremely excited about. Then it also requires competency from the sibling or the relative or friend that you give that sheet of paper to plan the party. And then one person that sees that, or multiple people who see that to plan the party, won't be as excited when the announcement comes, because the surprise will be ruined. So doctors' offices could work with gift shops to send that message straight to the gift shop. The gift shop could then have package deals to prepare those items for the family, and they could just come purchase what they want, and nobody at that party would know what the gender is before the reveal came. So it's a cool opportunity, and it'd be fun to see that happen here in Jackson or wherever. And even if your business doesn't have anything to do with medical or gift shops, maybe that will trigger some thoughts on how to find business partnerships that can be beneficial to you. They have a low advertising cost. Most of it's relationship based, but it's got a high return, and so it's worth investing time and money in. So we had one question come in ahead of time, and that was from my friend Sean Montes, and he was asking about kumquats, which, if you don't know what it is, a kumquat is a relative of an orange, but it's about the size of an olive. And he was asking, apparently Sean is a farmer and grows those. I didn't know that about him, which, he just impresses me all the time. He asked why the price was so high right now. Well, I did some research, and I couldn't find anything that said, there was a famine or anything going on, or a dry spell that would cause the price to raise up. But not too long ago, in May, in fact, the Kardashians had a whole thing on Instagram about kumquats. So and they started eating them on TV. And so, unfortunately, the Kardashians have a lot of effect. And I just lost a viewer when I started talking about the Kardashians. But the Kardashians have a lot of influence on our pop culture, unfortunately. And so, probably the showing on their show has increased the demand, unfortunately. And so that was probably what the rise of prices have to do with, Sean. So that was a good question. It was a thinker, but found a good answer for you. We have what would be the biggest tip for someone who wants to start their own business? My biggest tip is to pull the boat close before you jump off the dock. And what does that mean? If you are looking to start your own business, start doing it. Just start doing your business. Even if this person I know is at home with children, or if you are working somewhere, if you are trying to start your own business, just start doing it. A lot of people will tell you something is a good idea when they don't have to give you money for it. You need to prove the concept by people actually giving you money. And once you do that, and you can establish a track record, say, hey, these are not just my friends and family telling me this is a good idea, but strangers are telling me this is a good idea, and they're paying me for it, well, that means you have a legitimate business opportunity. And so start there, prove the concept, and then build it up enough that when you start to invest your time in it, then you can feel like it's a good idea, and you can say, hey, I'm going to quit this job, or hey, I'm going to find a babysitter to watch my kids throughout the day so I will have more time to work on the business. So just start. That would be my best advice to someone wanting to start their own business. So great question, Shannon. Thank you for submitting that. And I think that's the end of our questions. And so I think, Shannon, I think you just won question of the day. And so I have some Adelsberger marketing swag for you. I just recently got some nice decal stickers from stickermule.com. And so I'll be getting one of those to you probably here in the next week or two. And then if you have questions for the next Ask Business Show, I'm going to try to do these every Monday at noon for at least a couple of minutes. And you can go to bit.ly/AskBizShow, or leave it in the comments, or use the hashtag AskBizShow on Twitter. Or you can send me an email or at kevin@adelsbergermarketing.com. And if you want more free marketing information, sign up on my website for my monthly email list. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope it was helpful. Please send me any feedback that you have.